All right, everybody. UFC Bonfim versus Brown is over. It's over. It took place last night. And this card really upset me at times. And we're just going to get to it. We're going to get to it. First fight of the night, Zachary Reese versus Jackson McVeigh. I took Zachary Reese by knockout. He got submission. Shut up. Jackson McVeigh, man. He's just not. I don't know if he's built for it, man. He had a really good first round where he opened up Zachary Reese with like some. Dude. Jackson McVeigh has absolutely nasty clinch work. His clinch work is some of the nastiest, man. He opened up Zachary Reese with it, elbows in the clinch, elbows, knees, uppercuts, right hook, right hands, like just all up in the clinch. He's nasty in the clinch, but couldn't get the finish on Zachary Reese, and Zachary Reese ended up making it to the second round, which Jackson McVeigh then totally looked. He looked different. It was the second round of Jackson McVeigh's entire career, win or lose. And he just didn't look that good, and Zachary Reese ended up getting the submission in round two, so that's what it was. Really good first round for Jackson McVeigh, but, especially for Zachary Reese to be the one taking this on short notice to come out and win, it's not a good look for McVeigh. Lost his debut, but to be fair, he was absolutely done unfair in his debut. And this one, it's so sad because Jackson McVeigh was going to beat Cedric Dumas, so to have a very winnable debut to then go 0-2 is just, I hope they keep him around, man, but I can't promise that they will. But Zachary Reese, good win. Good win for Zachary Reese. He was coming off of a loss, right? I'm not sure, but I think he might have been. But anyways, moving on to Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos. This was so impressive. I thought Daniel Marcos and Miles Johns were going to have a very close 29-28 where people are arguing over who the winner really should be and just way too close. But no, dude, Daniel Marcos dominated him. Won the first round. Better striking. And then he just took Miles Johns down. It was just too strong for him. Took him down, picked him up, slammed him, got on the back, cinched in the rear naked choke. I mean, you really can't ask for a better performance. So very impressive for Daniel Marcos, who I was not confident. I did pick Marcos, but one of the lowest confidence levels on the card for me, and he goes out there and shows me why he should have been the biggest favorite on the card, man. Very impressive for Daniel Marcos. He has a few stinkers though, but maybe he's gotten better. That's what he showed me. And I guess it's just time to see what he's got next. Miles Johns, getting a bit old in his career, losing more often than he wins nowadays. So maybe Miles Johns is gonna need to have a long look in the mirror and have an uncomfortable conversation with himself. But Daniel Marcos, he is rising the ranks, man, and I think he should be looking towards that top 15 here soon. Maybe now, or maybe with one more win. Moving on to Tisha Pennington versus Denise Gomez. I said that Tisha Pennington would win because Tisha has been, over the course of her career, a really good fighter. And she makes it very close with people like Zhang Wei Li, Rose Namajunas, these really good names. I believe she even fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk at some point in her career, which wasn't domination. But this fight was pretty one-sided, unfortunately. Denise Gomez, too manly, too strong, too physical. When I seen the tattoos on her neck, I should have picked her. But it's WMA, so I really don't care too much about how my picks go there because it's a fucking toss-up every time with the women. So she used her grappling mainly. 3 for 10 takedowns. That's awful, but each takedown she got, she was able to control a decent portion and just doing a bit more than Tisha Pennington over the course of 3 rounds. So moving on to Josh Hockett versus Max Gimenez, whatever, however you say his name. I said that Josh Hockett would win. What did I say? I said knockout, right? I think so. He got it done 56 seconds in round one. Impressive. I mean, not really though, I guess, because Max has literally nothing but jiu-jitsu. He has no striking. He's got no wrestling. He is a jiu-jitsu guy and a jiu-jitsu guy only. Josh Hockett is a wrestler, and I guess he had the better striking, didn't he? Went out there, put hands on Max, and put him out in less than a minute. So impressive, impressive performance. Josh Hockett went on the mic afterwards, and a lot of people say it's a good promo. I'm a bit hesitant to say that. I was kind of cringing during it because like all of it or most of it was like taken from Chael Sonnen, and all he did was replace a few things. Like he replaced Anderson Silva's name with Walter Walker, and I'd much rather him have come out with his own little thing that he was saying instead of straight up copying from Chael Sonnen. But regardless, it is better than than some generic, well, we worked hard for this, and I'm just happy we got it done. So at least it will create hype. He called out Walter Walker. I would love to see that matchup next, but I just think that Josh Hockett is another heel to be snatched by Walter Walker. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that fight gets made, but Walter Walker is injured, so hopes are low, and Josh Hockett took 0 damage, and Josh Hockett honestly is probably going to look to get in there before Walter Walker is able to. So, but maybe Josh Hockett can get in there, get another quick finish, and then be ready as well again when Walter Walker is about ready, and then we can see that about 2 fights later in the career of Josh Hockett. So, I guess we'll see. But good win for Josh Hockett in his debut. This is cool. He's going to be an entertaining heavyweight. Moving on to Mara Bueno Silva versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I took Jacqueline Cavalcanti here by decision. Just a better striker. I said that Jacqueline Cavalcanti is just a better striker, and that Mara Bueno Silva, her takedown offense and her grappling offense just is not good. It's not good, and I knew that Jacqueline Cavalcanti would be able to get past it. So this was a really good win. This is the biggest win of Jacqueline Cavalcanti's career, and I'm happy to see her get it, man, because she is pretty good. She is pretty good. I have been impressed more than once with Jacqueline Cavalcanti's performances, and that's more than I can say for a lot of other women in UFC. So I'm excited to see where she goes next, man. I would like some finishing potential, some finishing ability out of her, but we just can't get that from everybody. But Mara Bueno Silva, I don't even know what you're doing in your career, how you even made it to a title fight, to be honest with you. So I've absolutely got 0 idea. So yeah, moving on to Ricky Simon versus Raoni Barcelos. I took Ricky Simon by round 1 knockout, devastating knockout. Do I have to stop picking against Raoni Barcelos? I've never picked him. I picked Cody Garbrandt against him. I picked Peyton Talbot against him. I picked Ricky Simon against him. And it's actually funny because the one time I picked Umar Nurmagomedov to beat Raoni Barcelos, but in that fight I was actually saying like, Raoni Barcelos could give him some trouble though. If Umar thinks he's gonna run through him, he's got another thing coming. And then he runs through Raoni Barcelos. And now that I'm not really giving much praise to Barcelos, he has beaten all these guys. So impressive for him to be this late in his career and finding more success than he ever had in his career. I mean, during his physical prime, I mean, he was losing. So I don't know. We'll see. He's put together a really nice win streak here. A win streak of Ricky Simon, Cody Garbrandt, and Peyton Talbot is a really good win streak right now in the bantamweight division. So I think we should give Raoni Barcelos ranked right now. I think his next fight should absolutely be a ranked guy. His last loss was to Umar Nurmagomedov. I mean, it's an incredibly aged loss, and his last 3 wins are 3 good names. So absolutely give Raoni Barcelos ranked, and he's getting older. He despite his performances, he he actually can't do this for much longer. So let's get him in the ranked now, and let's see if he can do it. So, but Ricky Simone, man, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He was hitting harder. And he was landing some shots. But man, Hany Barcelos has got a chin, which is weird because that KO'd by like a grazing shot by Umar, who isn't even a powerful guy. So it's a bit of an awkward situation here with Hany Barcelos, but he's winning, and that's all that really matters in the sport. So Ricky Simone, he was gonna die to Charles Jourdain. He was matched up with Charles Jourdain originally. He would have died. Charles Jourdain would have finished him. But yeah, I guess we're moving on now. Good win for Hany Barcelos, man. Give him a ranked guy. Now, moving on to Haider Emil versus Jamal Emmers. I got it right, but this fight did not play out like I thought it would. I thought that they would meet in the middle immediately and start swinging and touching each other's chin, and every punch that landed by both guys would be ooh and ah moments. Which they were swinging at first, but Jamal Emmers got like clipped with a shot that he did not like at all. So then he just started grappling. He had a grappling heavy style for the rest of the fight, but he did land some he did land some good shots of his own. So, it was a fun fight at the beginning, but it did get a bit dull at the end with Jamal Emmers just kind of holding on and taking him down and not doing much. He did almost have an arm triangle on a few occasions, which I thought he maybe could have tried a bit harder on, but maybe he just wanted to keep that position and keep that threat so that he could kind of lay there without Haider Emil attempting to escape. I don't know, but good win for Jamal Emmers. Haider Emil went from undefeated to now losing 2 in a row. So Haider Emil's got to figure something out in his career, because going from 9-0, I believe, to 9-2 that means that something is going wrong. So there's something he's not doing. There's something that's So Haider Emil has to figure that out. But Jamal Emmers, man, is now on a 2-fight winning streak. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Jamal Emmers. He's a very fun fighter. Both these guys are. And I'm just excited to see where they go. So, congratulations, Jamal Emmers. Moving on to the main card. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Marco Tulio. This was my favorite fight of the entire night. I said in my prediction video that I'm going with Marco Tulio. But CLD was such a good underdog, man. He, like I said, that there's such massive value on him. He's got a massive shot to pull this off because he's such a good striker. And he not only won, but he kind of dominated a little bit. Christian Leroy Duncan won round 1. It wasn't too dominant, but he won round 1. And in round 2, spinning back fist, chicken legs him. Jab, 1-2, puts Marco Tulio out cold, man. I mean, there really wasn't much resistance from Marco Tulio in this fight, which was crazy because I thought he'd be able to put some pressure on and really make Christian Leroy Duncan hesitate and second guess. But no, it was Christian Leroy Duncan, the one putting on the pressure, putting on the damaging shots. He's just so damn hard to fight. He is, man. He's so elusive. He has a really weird bouncing style, and he pops stuff out there. And when he even his popping jabs and his little shots are so powerful. So Marco Tulio just couldn't get the reads on him, man. And Christian Leroy Duncan looked amazing out there, free flowing, looked like he was having fun. He's getting so good. Man. Christian Leroy Duncan is evolving at a really rapid rate. I would actually pick him to beat RoboCop in a rematch. I know that he lost to RoboCop in their first fight, in a very close fight, but I actually would think that Christian Leroy Duncan chins him bad on a rematch. So, especially, I think he is ranked, but he's fighting Roman Kopylov next, so we shouldn't even be thinking about that rematch. But obviously, both of these guys will continue to be guys that I just cannot wait to see their next fight. Marco Tulio, when he fights next, I'll fucking be there. When Christian Leroy Duncan fights next, I will fucking be there. So I'm excited. This was such a good fight. This was such a good fight. Prior, like when this was announced, everyone was like, "This is a good one. This is a good one." So, and it ended up being absolutely slept Marco Tulio out cold in front of Norma Dumont. That is tough. That is tough. In front of Charles Oliveira too, who was there to support him. So, tough break for Tulio, but he's good. He's good. He is likely going to come back and win. And for Christian Leroy Duncan, you, my friend, are one of my favorite middleweights. So, there you go. Moving on to Chris Padilla versus Ismael Bonfim. I took Chris Padilla here by knockout. He got the knockout. He broke Ismael Bonfim. And I was even more confident that Padilla was going to win when I found out that Ismael Bonfim missed by 5 pounds. Because typically, yeah, that does give you a physical advantage, but Chris Padilla is a very smart fighter, and he was very patient, and Ismael Bonfim just isn't he isn't the toughest mentally. And seeing as he missed weight by 5 pounds, I kind of knew that. Like, this guy's not gonna, when it gets dirty, he's not gonna rise to the occasion. So, and I will say, even though I did pick Chris Padilla, I knew for a 100% fact he was winning when he was currently losing the round, and Ismael Bonfim was pressuring him and then hooks around the guard, and Ismael was looking good, and he fouled Chris Padilla. And even though Chris Padilla was the one kind of getting shots landed on him, he didn't want the break. He was like, no, I don't want the break. I'm good. Let's just keep going. Because that tells me that he knew what he was doing out there. He knew that he was waiting for Ismael Bonfim to kind of maybe gas himself out, or because while Ismael Bonfim was the one landing shots and currently winning the minutes and winning the round, Chris Padilla got fouled and he didn't want the timeout. People, if you are currently losing the round and you get fouled, you typically want to take that time. But Chris Padilla didn't, and all that showed me was his game plan, even though he was currently losing, his game plan was taking effect. You know, letting Ismael Bonfim kind of wear himself out. I am fucking. But I even said in my prediction video that Chris Padilla has a really good defense, and he knew Ismael wasn't gonna knock him out cold, and he was just waiting for whatever it is he was waiting for, and it came, and he chewed up the legs of Ismael Bonfim, and made him quit. So. Love that win for Taco. I've been on him for a minute. I know he is the lightweight that nobody's talking about right now. 4-0 in the UFC now. He is good, man. He is good. And Ismael Bonfim, fucking get him out of here. Moving on to Muslim Salikov versus Uros Medic. This fight pissed me off. I'm gonna show you guys why this pissed me off. Because I've never picked Muslim Salikov to win. I picked Randy Brown. I picked Carlos Leal. I picked Song Qinan. I picked Li Jingliang. And he won some of those, lost some of them, but I've never picked him. Where is it at? That's not it at all. Where is it at? Here it is. So at the time, the Randy Brown fight didn't happen, but I had an underdog parlay. Jamal Emmers, Chris Padilla, Muslim Salikov, and Randy Brown. The payout, I wagered $10 for a payout of like $370, so that would have been a fucking beautiful win. But I finally picked Muslim Salikov to win. I said, you know what? I'm going to take Muslim Salikov to win. And he goes out there and he just fucking gets hit by any clean shot and then just shows up like an old bitch. So, fuck Muslim Salikov. Absolutely no resistance at all. You ain't a fighter, little bro. Retire. You're fucking like 41. Because Uros Medic isn't good, in my opinion, and I don't think he should be beating you if you're a fighter in the UFC. So that's definitely embarrassing from Muslim Salikov. Get your old ass back to the village and fucking herd some sheep or something. Fucking idiot. Uros Medic won. Fine. He caught out a ranked opponent. I don't think there's a single ranked opponent he beats, but I guess we'll see. Good win, though, for Uros Medic. Moving on to Matt Schnell versus Joseph Morales. I said that Joseph Morales would knock him out, but he ended up getting a submission. Joseph Morales channeled his inner Charles Jourdain and got a nasty guillotine submission in round 1. Matt Schnell he's just not good anymore. I mean, he beat Jimmy Flick, but I would beat Jimmy Flick, you know? So, Matt Schnell, you shouldn't fight anymore, if I'm being honest with you. You should retire after you should stay retired after you lost to fucking Cody Durden. I mean, come on. Even that's not a great win or loss. So, yeah. Joseph Morales, though, this is great for him, man. He's back in the UFC. He's a re-sign. I believe he got cut last time, right? After losing to, like, Davison Figueiredo. He got done dirty after that. So he's back now. He's putting together finishes, destroying people. He's going to be a problem in this new current age flyweight division, man. 100%. I think he's right, though. Definitely, we should definitely have an event in Sacramento. That's my AC. We should have an event in Sacramento, California. That would sell out. Sacramento is the capital of California. It's one of the most populated cities in the whole United States, and that would sell out, man. Who else was in the crowd that he shouted out? He said, I'm not going to remember. But, yeah. I would say do Sacramento. Do a Sacramento card. But, yeah. Moving on to the main event. Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. This shit pissed me off, man. I picked Randy Brown to win by knockout, man, and I was so confident. But some people are just not made for the spotlight. I still think Randy Brown is better than Gabriel Bonfim, but some people are just not made to perform in the spotlight when it really matters under the bright lights. And Randy Brown just isn't one of them. He's failed many times during those occasions, brutally. It's never just a close loss. It's always he gets dominated. And Gabriel Bonfim is not better than Randy Brown. I still don't think he is. It's just, the best guys don't always win. And Gabriel Bonfim went out there and he was chewing up the legs of Randy Brown. Really long legs. There's a lot of legs there to chew. So, and I know Randy Brown usually does deal with leg kicks a bit better. But then again, I just think that's the spotlight. But let's talk about the finish. No. We'll get to the finish. But Gabriel Bonfim went out there. He looked good early, blasting leg kicks, destroying the legs of Randy Brown. Randy Brown wasn't able to land nothing crazy. He wasn't able to get in there, land powerful shots. But now let's talk about the finish. I don't agree with it. It's not bad. It ain't terrible, but I just don't agree with it. Yes, he got kneed in the dome. Yes, he went down, and it looked bad while he went down. But Randy Brown immediately kind of covered up, and I think the fact that Gabriel Bonfim also fell on his ass after throwing the knee, and he wasn't in a position to immediately follow up on a shot. I think the ref should have considered that, and Randy Brown was hurt, but I think you have to let Gabriel Bonfim get on top and land a shot or two before you jump in. Because let's be real here, this is a main event. This is the biggest fight of Randy Brown's career because it's his first main event. You gotta give him at least the slightest chance. We see these refs let prelim fighters, right? Prelim fighters give each other unnecessary brain damage. We just had a guy get knocked down 8 times in a single fight, and all 8 of those knockdowns looked worse than this one, and they let that go. The second Randy Brown got dropped, the ref didn't even consider letting him try, and just pulled it apart. So that's my thoughts on it. I think you let it go at least a few seconds more to see what happens. I just think that there's a double standard when it comes to calling fights, and I don't like it. You know, this company loves the refs love to stop a fight when the result fucking matters a lot. They love to stop it premature, but when the result doesn't matter at all, and they're two prelim nobodies, they will fuck each other up, and the ref will just stand there. And I just think that needs to stop. If there's any fight you're going to stop too early, it should be those early prelim guys. You know? Give Randy Brown the chance to show that he is a warrior. We didn't get it, but good win for Gabriel Bonfim. It was a really, really good win for him. This is the biggest win of his career. I think it's bigger than the Wonder Boy because he got a knockout. And I thought Wonder Boy beat Gabriel Bonfim, so good win. The Bonfim brothers went 1-1. This is the better Bonfim brother. Fuck the other one. Fuck Ismail Bonfim. How are you gonna KO the great Terrence McKinney and then do jack shit for the rest of your career, man? It just doesn't make any sense. Gabriel Bonfim, though, he's a way better fighter than Ismail. He deserves all the respect in the world, so I'm giving it to him. Good win. Randy Brown, keep him the fuck away from main event spots. Keep him the fuck away from high profile, because he'll lose. Because that's just what it is. He can't handle the spotlight. You know? He cracks under pressure. He is not a diamond. So that's my thoughts on this card. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, but yeah. This card is done. Now all we have to do is look forward to the rest of the year, man. The rest of the year is so beautiful. What do we got? We got Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev this weekend. Weili Zhang, Valentina Shevchenko, Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates. Some fucking bangers this next weekend. And then it's UFC Qatar. Dan Hooker versus Arman. Posh Boy Tasrukian. Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. And after that, what is it after that? Piotr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. Joshua Van versus Alejandro Pantoja. A good one as well. And then what is it? Manel Cat versus Brandon Royval. Good main event there as well. Hey, the rest of the year is looking beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So stay in tune. I'm going to be dropping my UFC 322. Is it 322? Predictions this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, because there's a lot of research I have to do on this card, and then I'll drop all my prediction videos the week of. I always do. So go ahead and subscribe if you're not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a Christmas special this year. I think I'm gonna do a what I want for Christmas for next year's card, like fights I want to see and things I want to see implemented into the company and some stuff like that. So I'm gonna make I might even make a Thanksgiving video, like what I'm thankful for in the UFC. We'll see. I would like to do some seasonal stuff. I think that's cool for the channel, and I think it would generate some interest. So let me know what you think about that. But I'm gonna head out here. I appreciate you guys for watching this. It is 30 minutes. I'm gonna wait till it hits 30 minutes exactly, and then I'm gonna hit the stop recording button. So I got 20 seconds to talk. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go to a movie theater this weekend. for the UFC 322 event because I went to the movie theater for a Pereira versus Ankalaev 2 and it was beautiful. So I might do it again. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.